All right, Montana Tucker joining me on Game Changers.
Yay.
Thanks for stepping in the studio with me and, going to have an awesome conversation and just kind of really find out who you are as a person.
Yes.
Congratulations on the debut single, which has just come out, I'm Not Alone.
Yes, thank you.
It's just such a really good thing to see artists, especially young artists that are, putting out music and putting out, music videos that are so supportive of the youth and really sending a good message. What was it like? Where does that come from for you? Really wanting to actually do positive with your craft rather than just try to skyrocket yourself by just putting out pop music.
Yes, 100%. I think that through social media and through being in this industry, I've had a lot of opportunities that I could have temporarily done something, that at the time probably would have helped, but in the long run wouldn't have helped so much. And just my character, the way I was brought up, I think with my morals and values, the way I was brought up, and with my mom being very strict, I think that really inspired me to be how I am now. And what I post and everything that I do is really me as a person.
Yeah.
And I think for my song I'm Not Alone, I get messages from kids all around the world always saying, I wish I could dance like you, but this person tells me that I can't, or I have this disability stopping me, or I'm not skinny enough, or whatever it is. And so I want to show them that you can do whatever you want, and that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be different, that we all are different in our own ways, and we're not alone. We're all in this kind of together. So I got a hold of all these different amazing people through social media and also calling different services around LA, and I got them all together for this music video, and it was just incredible.
How does it feel that you can have that impact? I looked through your Instagram, which you have such a crazy amazing following, and you have these videos from people all around the world. I see a lot of Australia, so shout out Australia.
Woo, I do have a lot of Australia, actually. Yes.
Indonesia, China, all these places. And you have this connection with these young people. How does it feel to know that you can really play a part in someone's life and hopefully, maybe even improving it?
It's amazing that through making 1 minute Instagram videos that they can affect somebody so much. I mean, it's so crazy. Before I released this song, I did a lot of different concept videos. I did an anti-bullying video. That one got 6 million or 7 million views on my page or something insane.
Crazy.
And it was people also, they see my stuff on social media, but I was bullied in high school so much.
Really?
It was horrible.
See, because people would look at you and they would think, okay, this gorgeous pretty girl that was probably the same in high school would be the most popular, never bullied.
Yeah, no.
It's amazing to hear these sides of the story and to see where it goes. But so how did you feel as a kid being bullied?
Yeah, so basically, because I've been in this industry for a long time, so when I was in high school, when I was younger, I was doing a lot of commercials in Florida and a lot of modeling, and my mom wouldn't let me be in the entertainment industry as long as I was in honors and AP classes.
Okay.
So I still had to take honors and AP classes, but I would miss so much school. So the kids that were in my classes, they didn't understand, how is this girl on TV and doing all this stuff, yet she's still in the honors and AP classes and is never here, and she thinks she's better than us. And so I'd literally walk in the hallways and people were like, oh, look, it's Montana Tucker. I think I'm so cool. And in the lunchroom, people were so mean that I would sit in the stalls of the bathroom and eat lunch. And then finally I made my mom come to the school, and so I would sit in her car every day for lunch and eat my lunch there because people were so mean to me.
Wow.
So it was it was really, really bad.
Isn't
and really
that
hard.
Crazy though to think that you're doing all these positive things, trying to chase your goals and dreams, and you're doing so well, and people will try to find some type of negative in what you're doing in order to try to either bring you down to what their level is.
It's horrible, and it was like that when I was in school, and I think now more than ever bullying is it's crazy how big it is, and it really shouldn't be. And I feel like the shows 13 Reasons Why and things like that are really shining light on it, but also hopefully preventing it, But I think with social media also, kids are so quick to say, you're ugly, you're fat, because they're hiding behind, their computer or their phones. And so that's why I really, with my platform, I try to show them that, look, you can still be cool because, the videos and the songs I dance to and the people I collaborate with, people think, these are cool, popular things, but with a positive message. So I did, a Shawn Mendes popular song that really inspired me. I heard the song and I really wanted to do this concept to that song, and I did this anti-bullying video. And even with my song I'm Not Alone, like I that concept, I think it's been amazing how it's really touched people's lives. And even before the music video came out, I was like teasing snippets on my Instagram of the song. Like I only teased the chorus. People were already doing dance videos to it and everything, and writing me like, this song is affecting me so much. Like I needed to see this today. It's crazy. Yeah,
when did
awesome.
you kind of feel? And I said off air that a huge reason behind this Game Changers platform is to really give young people role models and examples of like what people have gone through in order to get to where their dreams and goals are. Was there a point? Obviously, you talk about being bullying, and it's such an important topic that we talk about at the moment. And thank you to people like the directors and producers of 13 Reasons Why that bring it to the forefront. Was there a time where you like finally felt like you were out of that bullying stage, or do you feel like you've always been involved in it? Because there's even adults that are still bullied to this day.
Yeah, I mean, I think that once I'm a very sensitive person, so I definitely let it affect me a lot, and I think any normal person would let that affect them. You can't really not, but I think once I kind of like stop listening to everybody and saying, okay, you know what, like I'm doing what I love to do, and that's why they're acting this way, just because I'm missing school. I'm working my butt off to do this, so once I kind of let that go. Also, I think once I graduated too is when I kind of let it go.
For a lot of people, honestly, graduating from high school is not only like a momentous occasion because like you have gone through like 12 years of school, but also there's that opportunity that you can kind of like get rid of the shell that everyone else has put on you and reinvent yourself. And that's why I think colleges in America is such this amazing opportunity, because you go and you get to be who you really have wanted to be a lot of the time before and not being able to.
Right.
Did you feel like that when you graduated high school?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, I've always kind of been in the industry, like in some kind of way. But I think once I graduated high school, I kind of like matured in a certain way with my feelings and how I let people affect me. And so I think once that happened, it was just like a weight lifted off the shoulder. And honestly, it's crazy that with social media, like knock on wood, I don't get that many negative comments. I think, great. And I think it's because I'm so interactive with my fans, and I'm so blessed to have like the most diehard, loyal, amazing fans. Like seriously, they're so incredible.
It's almost impossible to like go through your platform and pick out anything that's negative on there. You know what I mean? Everything you do, and a reason that I wanted to have you on here is like uplifting. You know what I mean? It's either teaching people like about dancing. It's either teaching people about bullying or about like they're not alone and these kinds of things. It's like, for someone to try to pull that down, they gotta figure out some crazy random angle that they can take on that.
Yeah. I know, right?
So you kind of grew up, you were dancing, you were acting, you were in commercials.
Yes.
How's that as a kid? Like aside from like this school situation, this stuff that happened, but like just being that in depth and busy at a young age, how do you deal with that?
Yeah. So basically, I had to beg my mom to let me get into the industry. Like she didn't want me to get into it. Hearing all the negative stuff about certain celebrities and pop stars and Disney Channel people, So I had to beg her. Finally, she let me get into it, and then she was so supportive, and still to this day, she's like,
I know she just called you before you.
She literally just called me. She's probably texting me a million times now. No, we talk like literally. If you saw my phone, my call log, and my texting log, it's like mommy Tucker. It's how she's gonna run. But no, she's the best. But yeah, so she was hesitant because she just didn't want me getting into the industry. She wanted me to like focus on school. That's why still I had to be in honors and AP classes if I wanted to be able to have my career. So yeah, I mean, it was hard. I definitely missed out on like all my friends' birthday parties. I don't feel like I missed out on a childhood at all. I definitely had a great childhood, but I definitely like it was upsetting. I wouldn't get to go to my friends' birthday parties. Also, my mom was so strict with me. I wasn't able to have a cell phone. Even in high school, she would make me
get a cell phone at?
So I had it
younger and younger.
I had it in high school for sure.
Okay.
But she would take my phone like during school hours. She wouldn't let me take it to school. So when she would come for lunch, like that was my time to be on my phone. And then like after school, I would get it for like an hour or two at night because then I had to do my homework and then focus on whatever else I was doing. So she was definitely very strict. But yeah, I mean, it was like I said, I've always loved it so much. So it was really fun. I mean, I got to meet a lot of awesome people when I was younger. I did a TV show with Ariana Grande actually in Boca. She's from Boca Raton, where I'm from.
Well, how old were you when you did that?
God, I was like 9 or 10 maybe.
Yeah,
I was young. And so we went to the same school in Boca. We're the same age, but she was a year younger in school.
Got you.
And yeah, so I mean, it was incredible. But yeah, I was always working when I was younger.
How do you, though, at a young age like that, find the importance on like your career in comparison to like going to your friends' birthday parties or playing with friends or playing sport or whatever it is? Because I feel like even as an adult, it's tough to really balance those things.
I still have that issue of balance.
But how did you know or decide at like 9, 10, like around that age, like, okay, I want to focus over here rather than doing what everyone else in my class would be doing normally?
I think because I loved it so much, and for me it was so much fun doing it, that I wasn't thinking of, at the time, I wasn't thinking, okay, this is my career. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't thinking of it that way. I just loved to dance. I loved to be in front of the camera. So for me, it was like, this is what I love to do. Yeah. And I think that's what I thought of it, how I thought of it at the time.
Where does the music side come into it? You were dancing, doing all that stuff at this age. Where's music start for you? Yeah,
so I still to this day, being on stage is my favorite thing. Like,
why is that your favorite thing? Because I get that all the time.
You know what? If I could perform every single night, I would. Yeah. Like, if you asked me
to... tiring as hell.
If you asked me to... I know, actually. If you asked me, like, right now, like, hey, can you, like, dance or can you sing for me, like, right now? Like, just, like, the two of us. Or if it was, like, a small, intimate group... I'm more awkward, but if I'm in front of millions of people, it's like I don't know what it is. It's like I turn into this different person or something.
You don't really have any one particular person that you have to focus on.
But yet I feel like I feel like I do connect with people. Yeah, it's like the weirdest feeling. I don't know. I don't get nervous at all going on like a big stage.
That's awesome.
But if it's more of an intimate setting, I'm like, this is awkward. I don't know. It's like a weird thing for me. But yeah, I love being on stage. But yeah, so when I was on stage with these artists, I backup danced for Ashanti and Remy Ma.
Crazy.
And Remy Ma when I was 15. And yeah, so when I was on the stage with them, I'm like, wow, like this feeling of being on stage, like I love this so much and I love music so much. Like I want to be that artist. Yeah. So I actually started taking vocal lessons. I don't know if you know Betty Wright. She used to sing like "No Pain, No Gain," "Clean Up Woman" from back in the day. Okay. And she's also the vocal coach on Making the Band and. She's had actually DJ Khaled. She's on his last album singing like it was like featuring Betty Wright. Like she's like a legend. She's like
I know exactly who we're
old
talking
school
about.
Legend. Yeah. So she was in Miami. I started taking vocal lessons with her, and then promoters that knew me from dancing in Florida like found out that I was becoming an artist. So they started booking me for shows in Florida. So I opened for like Lil Wayne, Sierra, Pitbull.
Those are all such huge. Like all the artists you're naming are so huge, and you're just like I just decided I was gonna start singing, and then I was like, well, why don't I open for Lil Wayne? You know? What's going through your mind at that stage? Because it's like pretty quick that those things are happening.
It was kind of crazy. I mean, I trained really, really hard, and still to this day I'm training. It's never
you never stop training.
You can never stop. Yeah. Dancing came more naturally for me. Like it was just like in my blood. Music is in my blood also, but I think vocally, like to get to where I want to get, like I'm still not there, and I'm training every day, So I mean, so then I started doing that really, really seriously, and then I had songs. I won a big this is back in the day for MySpace. I won a big MySpace contest to have my song in the Step Up to the Streets movie. So that was insane.
So wait, how does that happen? There's this competition going on, and you go and create your own song?
Yeah, so they give you a song.
Okay.
And you create your own video, your own version to it, and everyone that was on it was doing these like insane covers. Like they all had like these insane voices, like Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, like insane voices. But then I was like, I'm gonna dance with mine, and so I created this video. I mean, like the quality was like not to what my
MySpace
video.
I look back at my MySpace and I shiver.
I'm actually like happy I can't see my MySpace now. I don't know how to access it, and like no. I like got all into the designs. Like I had sparkles flying from the top of my page. Anyways, so
we
yeah,
digress
so,
away from our top 4 or top 5 on MySpace.
Like I was so into it, but yeah, so I like did a video of me singing and dancing, and like I was the only person who did it like this style, and that's what really set me apart. So people had to vote.
Yeah.
So people had to vote, and it was like insane. Like when I went to Disney afterwards, because they were the ones that produced the movie. They were like, the amount of votes that you had was like way above anyone. Like it was insane.
How old are you at this stage?
I was 16.
You're young still.
Yeah. I was very young. So yeah, then that was amazing, and I was still going back and forth from Florida to LA, and I wasn't living out in LA yet.
Yeah.
And and then I met Flo Rida through that movie, because we were always at different events, because he had a few songs in the movie.
Yeah.
And then we did a song together when I was that young, which was insane. He had me perform at his birthday party, and we did a bunch of different things together. And then I kind of took a break for like 5 years. It was a big chunk.
Why do you take a break though? You say you love this, you say it's in your blood, and then you get a point and you're just like, all right, I'll take a break.
You know, I never stopped loving it. I kind of had to for some family issues. And so I had to take that break. And like I said, really never stopped loving it. And then after the 5 years, I got offered to go on tour in China, which this is before I had Instagram. Like, this was insane. I still don't even understand how this happened. But yeah, I got booked on a 45-day tour in China.
Dude.
I had 38 shows.
Wait, by yourself? Like this
Yeah,
was a Montana
it was by myself.
Tucker tour.
Yep. And I had 2 dancers with me, tour manager. My mom came out for like the first half.
Nice.
And it was insane. I went to 17 different cities.
Yeah.
I performed in 17 different cities at 38 shows. It was, so successful, amazing. And then from there, I was like, all right, like this is what I want to do. I don't care what anyone says. Like, I'm doing this. I'm moving to LA. And so I moved to LA after that. And from there, I was still kind of like figuring out music stuff, like starting my social media, but like still like if you look back at my old posts, like I didn't know what I was doing. Like it was like more for my friends, like it wasn't like for my business. Like, and so then Lele Pons saw a video of me in dance class, like
which she's
horrible
huge.
quality.
And I found her through you, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know who she was before, and I went to her page after I saw her doing some dance and stuff with you. I was like, oh my God, who is this girl? And I was like, looked at her following. I was like, what? She has how many followers?
It's insane,
But she has this crazy personality, different to your personality. And so together, you guys kind of work really well. It works.
It's crazy. Like, we first started doing these videos together, and now we're best friends, and like love her to death. She's literally amazing.
Yeah.
But so she booked me to be in like her YouTube video, and then another one, and then the third time she was like, "Can you teach me how to dance?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I taught her how to dance. We put it up on social media, like just to see, like, just for fun, kind of.
Yeah.
And it went crazy. Everyone loved it. And then it became this thing. Like, every time we're both in town, we started doing them almost like once a week.
Yeah.
Different dance videos, different songs. Like, and then it became bigger and bigger and bigger. And now we work with all the best dancers, all the best choreographers, the best artists. And so, yeah. And then from doing them with her, I kind of got so into them and became so passionate about creating. And it's like you get to make these mini music videos. It's so much. It's literally crazy. Like, for a 1-minute video, you make a whole concept, a whole routine, and that's everything.
You look at your music videos and they're so well thought out. Like, it's you can't believe that after a minute you're like, wait, they fit all that in a minute?
It's actually so hard. Like, it's so hard, because I'm always like, I want to do this and I want to do that, and everyone's like, Montana,
you have a minute.
You have a minute.
Yeah.
Like, relax. I'm like, well, then we should go here, then we should go there. They're like, just relax. But yeah, so it's actually hard to fit everything in a minute.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Anytime you're creating anything, you always end up with about 10 times as much footage or audio, and then you have to be like, okay, now we have to be stringent on like where we cut down and what's important to tell in the story within a minute.
Exactly.
Well, I guess now though, like with the music career kind of starting to, like, you're really taking that and moving that off.
Yes.
You don't have to keep everything to a minute.
Right. And so that's why music, it's always been such a passion of mine. It's been my number one passion, actually, like through dance. Dance will always be a part of everything I do. But, just these videos kind of took over, and I became so involved with them. And it's like, it takes a long time to make one video. Yeah. I don't know if people realize how much work goes into them.
I know, everyone thinks you just dance in front of the camera and then you just post it.
It's like hours and hours and hours and hours. But yeah, so like I said, never stopped loving music, and then I just didn't want to put anything out just to put it out. Like, I wanted to wait, and I think this past year I've been working super hard, and this song, I'm Not Alone, is like, it means so much to me. Yeah. And I mean, everything about the song, the concept, the meaning, the words, like, I mean, everything about it. And of course, with the music video. And then I actually just did an acoustic version with Stevie Mackey. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Stevie Mackey. He's an amazing vocal coach. J-Lo, he's on The Voice. Like, he's amazing. So it's like, it makes the song like a completely different song. Like, it's like insane how it's, because if you listen to the words, it's like he plays the piano. It's almost more gospel
awesome
feeling.
I feel like you get a different story when you listen to it, and then when you watch the music video, it's like even different and more touching. And then once you go and then turn it acoustic, an acoustic version will always make you cry a little bit more. If you're gonna cry ever, an acoustic version will get you there.
I literally have seen the music video 100 times and I still cry every time, like a baby. And I'm like, this is my music video. Like, I shouldn't be crying. What's happening?
If I'm crying and I created this, I can't even imagine what the people.
Because you know what? It's everybody involved with the music video. They're all so incredible, and a lot of them I worked with before. Like, I put out a little teaser on my Instagram, like, of us just in the dance studio, like a few months before. I didn't even have the song mixed and mastered. It was like just when I did it, and I was so excited about it that I got everyone together to do like a fun little like Instagram dance video at like a dance studio, and like being around all these people, like they're all not used to being together, also. You know, so having all these different people that like are so different, you know, but yet the same.
Yet the same, exactly.
Because we all I say this in the music video, like we all literally are bonding. What brings us together is we love music, we love to dance, and everyone's so happy. Like being around them, you couldn't help but smile the whole time. And
that's what we need
amazing.
to as a human race to really acknowledge a lot more. Is, you know, doesn't matter about the skin color, the disabilities that we may have, the language that we may speak. It's like on a one-to-one level, we're the exact same. You know what I mean? Everyone should be treated as an equal and has that opportunity, and that's so great that you can really, you know, push that message forward in the music that you're putting out. A question I wanted to ask, and it's something that, you know, you said you have this 5-year hiatus. How does it feel, and this is something that a lot of people, creators especially, run into, is the fact that they have this passion for something, but maybe for a certain amount of time they can't do it. It may be financially, it may be a family issue, or whatever it is. How do you deal with that 5 years of not being able to sing, which is your passion?
I think that I was so like wrapped up in what I was like doing that it was like super hard for me, but I think I needed it kind of in a way. And I think that like because like I said, I was doing it at such a young age, and like it's not like I got burnt out or anything. Like I if it was up to me, I would have continued to do it. But I think that like the second I got that offer to go on tour in China, and it was like something that just came over me, and I'm like, this is what I need to do, what I want to do, and what I have to do. You know, it was kind of that, I don't know, it was like a weird feeling. And then from there, I'm like, I'm moving to LA. This is happening.
Did it feel like and then everything just kind of just taken off?
Yeah. And then literally from there, it was like everything just started happening in like weird ways.
It was almost as if like you had to stop to get to a place, either maturity wise or whatever was going on, where you needed that time in order to be ready for the moment that was going to come later down the track.
100%.
So where is Montana Tucker now in comparison? Because we spoke about this off air before, the fact that, you know, this is your debut single that you're putting out, but you have put out music over the years and in the past. What is Montana Tucker now, you know what I mean, as a artist that has molded from, like, you know, growing up and doing all these things along the way?
I think now I just really know who I am as a person and as an artist, and because I've been doing everything on my own, like I have my team is my mom and I up to this point. It's been amazing that we've done kind of all this on our own. And I think it's not like other people telling me, you know, who I should be or what kind of music I should do or, you know, what kind of artist I should be. I think it's really true to like who, like I said this before, like who I portray myself to be is really who I am as a person. And I think that's coming out in my music. Like, I'm not alone couldn't be more me. You know, it literally could not be more me. And so I think now with I already have a lot of music recorded, so I'm excited to release it.
We're ready to let them go.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And I'm also next week actually working with Diane Warren, who's like a legend. And so I'm so excited. Like when I heard that, I'm like, wait, what?
Out here in LA?
Yes.
so
Yes.
huge.
Yeah, so we're working on a few songs. So I'm really, really excited. Like,
you bring
literally a
your
legend.
mom up in all of this so
Yeah.
much. What does your mom mean to you in your career and kind of like your path? Because it seems as if like they kind of like are so connected.
Oh, I mean, she's been, like I said, since the beginning. Like once she's like, okay, let's do this, it was full on. And she's been there. She took me to every casting. I mean, she's still to this day. I'll be 100 years old and she'll still be there at everything. Like, you know, she's couldn't be more supportive and helpful. And she had a dance company in Florida.
Okay.
She's not a dancer at all. I love you, Mom, but she cannot dance.
But she exposed you.
Yeah,
to the
no,
dance.
but she knows the industry, knows it very well, and like she doesn't want to be in the forefront. Like she likes to be more behind the scenes. She has my best interest at heart. So she, you know, for now, until we like find the right fit of you know, of who I want to bring onto my team, because I work really, really hard and my mom works hard until I like find somebody that's gonna like really work as hard as we do. I'm like, you know what, we're gonna do this on our own.
Well, that's very important. You know what I mean? It's like you've been working on this for, you know, 10, 15 years. It's like you want to bring in the right people that are going to have your best interest. And it's tough to find a comparison to your mom.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can compare, honestly. But yeah.
So you had this huge platform on social media that has helped you get to where you are now. What is about the content that you post that you believe, you know, people really connect with? Because everyone is trying to post on social media. Yeah. Everyone is trying to get clicks and likes and followers and comments. It's this new world that is sometimes more important than people's real lives, which I find a tough way to like compare that at all, but it is true. What is it about your content that really, you know, connects and resonates with people?
I think it's that because I'm so involved. Like I'm on my social media literally 24/7. Yeah. I have no one else that has access to it at all. So I think I respond to everybody. Like I check my direct messages. I respond to my direct messages. You know, people tell me their stories or what they're going through, and I respond to them. And I don't think a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people just post because they want the likes. I post because I'm passionate about it. So I think that's something that I think people really have gravitated towards. And also, like I said, I do a lot of videos that are relatable issues that people go through, like anti-bullying. I did a body image one. I did I've done so many different concepts of things people go through, or even if it's not something emotional, it's more funny and comedic, like it's still a relatable concept. So I think that's something that people kind of gravitated towards. But I think the main thing is because of how involved I am, and I respond to everybody and like every comment, and it's like I'm just so hands-on. I think that's a reason why a lot of people have
that connection. And also I believe because, you know, you're trying to portray a positive aspect, and I had seen that your music video, some of the proceeds are going to, you have a nonprofit?
Yes, I'm creating a nonprofit.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that's like so amazing to see.
Thank you.
You know, young people that are giving back in their way. What's your nonprofit?
It's called I'm Not Alone.
Okay.
And basically it's going to filter out to a bunch of different organizations. So all the people that were in the music video, the proceeds are going to their different organizations.
So awesome.
And then also my grandma, if you ever see on my social media, I post her all the time when I'm with her in Florida.
I haven't seen
I'm literally obsessed.
On there.
I'm obsessed with her.
Okay,
like both my grandparents, like I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah.
So both my grandparents are Holocaust survivors.
Oh wow.
They are so incredible. And my grandma's had Alzheimer's for over 10 years, which is like the hardest thing ever, but she is so happy. Yeah. Like she couldn't be happier.
That's so
very
cool.
Confused a lot of times, but she's very happy, which is like very rare with a lot of people who have Alzheimer's. And my mom is so hands-on, so she's in Florida and, you know, she's there every day with them and very hands-on. And so their doctor, Dr. Gronin, he's incredible. He's been on Oprah and Dr. Oz and all these like different things, and he has written bestseller books, and he's amazing. And so he is a big community that he's village, in Florida. They only have one of those villages in Amsterdam, and this is the second village in the world, and it's for different patients with memory loss, so Alzheimer's, dementia, anything, and it's a whole entire village. So everybody there is trained to work with people with memory loss, because it's like a whole different way of dealing with people.
I feel like I would have no idea how to deal with that,
and it's very hard on you. It's very hard on the caregiver, the caretaker. So all the people that work there are trained with like empathy and are trained to know how to kind of work with patients like that, and they have their own community, like grocery store, movie theater, and everything. So it's going to be a huge thing. So a lot of the proceeds are going to them as well, and I'm on the board of advisors for that community.
What are you not doing? I don't even know. I can't even ask all these things that you're doing. I also saw you performed with breast cancer survivors, because you have this amazing new partnership with Zumba.
Yes. So that has been so incredible. Zumba, honestly, is one of the most incredible companies.
I've done one Zumba class in my life, and I was so tired.
I would have loved to see that.
Energized after.
Yeah, you feel it's like this like euphoric feeling. It's insane. So yeah, I mean, I knew Zumba from like in Florida, like Boca, like at the LA Fitness I used to go to, like they always have Zumba classes. But it's like the company is just so incredible, and like the CEOs of the company, they're all named Alberto, and they're all named Alberto. Literally, they're all named Alberto, and they're like they're these insane, incredible, successful people, and usually CEOs I feel like aren't as like accessible and reachable. Like I text Alberto all the time, like but he's like that with everyone. Like it's the most incredible thing to see, like somebody so successful worldwide, all over the world. And so they partnered with me on my song I'm Not Alone, and for their breast cancer campaign Party in Pink, and on stage with me were all breast cancer survivors. I just performed. It was past weekend.
How was that, like performing on stage, like you perform this song that has this like intrinsic meaning behind it, and then you have these people that have gone through so much and risked it all, and you're getting to almost portray their message and their stories through your music. It
was so incredible. Like when they all came up to me and they all told me their different stories and how much they literally were in tears telling me how much my song meant to them. I'm like, this is insane. Like, I mean, this is all I ever wanted. For me, all I ever want to do with my music and with my content is to inspire people and make people happy, you know? So to see that in real life it happening was just like the most incredible feeling ever. And so and also, I mean, through Zumba all around the world, people sending me in their different languages and in different countries, like, and I always do the translate on Instagram so I can see what they're saying, and they're all like saying how much the song means to them. And it's like, God, it really shows you that like dancing and music is universal.
Yeah, of course. That's a worldwide language.
It's crazy.
You don't need to understand what someone's saying or like to see how someone expresses themselves, through music and through dance. So you are inspiring people. You say like your aim is to inspire. You're inspiring people because you inspired me by just kind of seeing what you're doing. Who inspired you? Who got you to this place that inspired you to be wanting to do this kind of thing?
Of course, my mom, like I've said a million times. Artist-wise, Beyonce.
Okay.
I look up to her in so many different ways. I know like every girl's always like, I'm obsessed with Beyonce, but my obsession is on another level. But no, I mean, as an artist, as a person, obviously I don't know her personally, unfortunately. But I mean, unfortunately. But, she's been in this industry for so long, and you never hear anything negative about her. She's never in the news for doing anything. She doesn't drink. She doesn't do drugs. She's just like, you never hear anything negative about her. Everyone that I know a lot of people who work with her, they say she's the hardest worker. She's so genuine. She's so nice. Like, she's Beyonce. She can have someone doing everything for her. Yet she's the first person in her rehearsals. She's the last person to leave. She's involved in all the editing sessions. Like, and that's like how I am. So to me, like, I admire that so much, that she's Beyonce, you know? And obviously she's the most talented singer, dancer, performer. That goes.
Ain't no one touching her.
Right. But as on the other side of her as a person, that's something I look up to also, you know, that's really somebody I look up to.
Well, that's so great because, and it's interesting because I feel like, and I could be completely wrong, but I feel like on the female side of artists, you a lot of the time you do get a positive uplifting message and example, but on the male side I feel like you don't get it as much, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, and I don't know why, and I honestly haven't really even thought about it that much until right now, that the male side you just don't get as much because, and I don't know why it is.
That's so true.
So that's just it. Honestly, I've stumped myself. Like, it wasn't even a question I was gonna ask. It just kind of came to my mind, you know, that there probably should be more male artists out there that are pushing positive role models and messages along the way.
I 100% agree.
So what's next with you? I know you said you're working on this album,
yes,
this project. You've just released this song earlier this month. What's next?
Next is just like to keep putting out music, and I want people to really see how much music means to me, and that it's not just something that I'm doing for fun. You know, it's something that I'm extremely passionate about and what I want to do, and that I haven't just started. I didn't just decide, hey, overnight, like, hey, I'm gonna just put out a song. It's not the case at all. Like, this is my passion. This is what I've done for years, and what I want to continue to do for years. It's finally coming out. You know, it's not that deciding to come out overnight. It's just, this is the right time now, and the reaction has been amazing, and I can't wait to just keep putting out more music. Honestly,
you get like a 10th grader or a 9th grader. They message you on Instagram and they say, you know, like, you've inspired me, and what you're doing is kind of exactly what I want to do. Can I have one piece of advice? What are you letting them know that you maybe even wish you knew, or something that you think would like steer them in that right direction?
I honestly think to, like, I know this is like cliche, but to never give up, because people will always doubt you, and people, no matter how good you are. Like, literally, I'm sure Beyonce will say something that people have doubted her. I mean, I watched Katy Perry's documentary. I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry's documentary. So inspiring to hear her story. She wrote hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs, lived in her car. And asked Katy Perry. So I think that people always tell you that you can't, and literally, like, from my music video, even seeing like all these people, like, literally anything is possible if you don't give up and you stick to it. And so that's what I would say. Like, no matter who you are, what you are, you can do anything that you want to, and just to not give up and work hard, and also to work hard too. I think people don't realize that. Like, we were talking about this earlier, that people think like social media, and they see all this stuff and think like, right, they think it happens overnight, and that like they just post these stupid videos or like post these videos. Like, no, it takes a lot of hard work. Like, I could honestly say, and all my friends know this, like, the past year I've not had much of a social life, and I've been like grinding, and I love it, and I love it so much. But I literally have been like, this is the year, and I mean, I'm gonna continue to do this, but I'm like, this year I'm like, that's it. I'm like laser focused, and that's what you have to be, like, for any career, not just entertainment. If you want to be a doctor, like that, you have to study extremely, extremely hard and make it your life for that. You know, it'll pay off. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for sitting down, and you know, I'm excited to see what, you know, your brand new song and music video do, and just excited for what's next for Montana Tucker. And thank you for inspiring others. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to really hear your story. And you should know that other people out there are being inspired by what you're doing. And you're doing exactly what you wanted to do.
Yay, thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you.
Montana Tucker.
Whee!
Thank you.
Thank you.